So what's up? How we doing today? We're going to take a look at Bob's chords in high time, and particularly the studio version, which is very different than how they would typically play it live afterwards. But I just love this version so much, I wanted to give it a shot. And it's a little unique in that it doesn't really have drums for one. It's halfway through the drums kind of coming, but it's so quiet in the mix you can barely hear it. There's no guitar solo. Bob is sort of playing the lead, but then Jerry's also playing pedal steel, so there's kind of like two lead elements, so it's a little different than a lot of the tunes. So let's take a look at it. The first thing we need to know is it's in 3/4, so a different feel than most of the songs. So we've got that kind of waltz feel, 1 2 3 1 2 3, like that. And the overall arrangement is 3 parts: a verse, chorus, bridge, and it goes verse, chorus 2 times, bridge, and then a verse, chorus 2 times. So it's a little bit of a sandwich there. So we're going to look at each part. Let's take a look at the verse first. And I have a practice backing track. I'll put in the link in the description down below with all tabs of what we're doing. And I'll put it in the end card at the end of this video so you can try this stuff out yourself. But let's listen to me playing along with the verse first, and I'll break down what's going on and do the same thing for the next two. This one starts, Bob comes about halfway through on the D chord, and then I'm going to play through the whole thing one more time so we can hear the whole thing. So let's check it out, and then we'll see what's going on. So this is not going to be a note for note thing. We're just going to get some rough ideas. There'll be a little bit of some licks here and there that he does note for note. But for the most part, just give me the ideas, which overall is a lot of just triads and sus chords. A lot of stuff that he typically does, and a lot of some things with 6 and stuff. But he starts off playing up here, coming in the D chord, and he goes, and I think I hammer on there, but meant to slide. Doesn't really matter. You can do either way. But we're playing on this D shape right here, just going, and then sliding it in there. And the way I wrote this out is the first time here we're doing that measure, and then skipping to the A there for the first time, that, and then the second time, which we'll look at in a little bit, we'll be doing that second time. That's why I can write it all in one line here. So he does that into this A shape, so an A triad, first inversion is like this A, the C shape from the cage system, and then, does this little sus thing here. So we're taking the third of C, C sharp, a third of A, C sharp, hammering up to the D. So big Bob thing. Forgot to mention too, the sound. I'm not sure exactly what effect he's got on that studio version. I'm using an MXR Phase 90 with the setting as low as you can go, the speed down. That's the closest thing I have to it. I don't have a ton of pedals. But if you do know, let us know in the comments down below. I want to know, other people might want to know, what effect is actually Bob using there? I'd really like to find out. So anyways, I got that phase on there. We're playing around that A chord, and that's the end of the verse. Then he comes in, and he goes up to a D, plays a triad up here. So like playing this E shape, D chord, just the top 3, and then goes down to the same shape for the minor chord for C sharp minor, and then plays this little lick. I love this. So just around this little like C sharp minor, and then gets this stuff where you're playing in fourths a lot. So you have to do these finger rolls to get that. Those 3 right in a row, and then that, and you can right into that shape just like we did for A, but one fret lower for a G sharp. And then sometimes just picking around too. Again, this is just loose stuff. It's like the next time it comes through, might not play this shape, maybe he plays the top part of it, or plays here or anything, who knows, and just picks around. So feel free to be really loose with this stuff. And then so after that, right, Then we're going down to an F sharp right here. So just 2 frets lower. And then here's the cool thing where he slides it up 6 right here. So it's like going from here to here. Hangs on that, and then so it goes into an A again, but that top little melodic part there, like that, and then again just picking around E, playing this top part of that right there, and then throws that in there one time, a little hammer on, kind of just playing on the chord like a major pentatonic thing. And then the second time, now we're at D again, and he goes, hangs it. Now this is over the A, and then like that. That's a really key thing there. That's a thing, lick you could use a lot. You're going over A, like a big country sounding thing. So, boom, into the A. That's like playing the 6 right here over an A, but here, which might be a stretch for some people. Luckily, I've got kind of long fingers, and this is a short scale guitar, so it makes it a little easier. But it kind of works easier. You could jump like that, but if you can do it this way, it works. And then get that little sus thing in there. Just nice lick. Again, really nice country sounding thing. And I just think of that as it's playing over the D major pentatonic right here. And that's the end of the verse. So those are, there's a lot of ideas there for the verse, but let's give the chorus a listen and then we'll check out what's going on with that. So this now goes to a B, right? So kind of a big jump up there, and he's playing this shape right here, this triad, but he's hammering on here. So it may be weird. This is, if you're not used to this, I started playing this stuff before really learning a lot of Bob stuff, but from Tony Rice. I made a video about this when I learned Shenandoah. He does a lot of the same stuff, these ways of playing triads and hammering on, pulling off stuff, and it's like, you have to use some unusual fingerings. And at first when I transcribed it out, I was like, oh, is he really doing this? Fingering's tough, But I kept at it. You get used to it, and it becomes, part of your playing. So instead of playing this triad like this root position B triad, that way, use it with these fingers, and then you can get this note here, and then hammer that down. So he just plays just these two, kind of plays the whole thing, and then goes to an E, and then that's written out a little weird, just E, because it's 2 beats. I wrote it that way. And then B, that goes real quick, just kind of 1 beat. And goes down to the A. And again, remember, it's in 3/4, so you got 1, 2, 3, oops, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So same idea, B, A, and then you can do the same thing for E up here, and then down for D, just 2 frets down there. You can play your A here, kind of does stuff like that. Plays an E like this, so playing that C shape again. First inversion, E triad. And then he moves it up, this spot's really cool, moves it up 3 frets to a G, that goes, oops. So playing kind of the fuller shape, just these, not this one, but these 4, but instead of just playing it, going, hammering that down, and picking right up it, and then going, so, little sus thing there. And then goes up to the A here, and does that little sus thing again. So the more you learn this stuff, it's just repeating a lot of the same things, and you can start to do it more and more loosely and kind of like choose your own adventure stuff. So that's the first time through the chorus, and then the third and fourth times as well. But the second time, it just goes right to a G, and it's just 2 bars. As you can see, the second ending there, simpler, and then it goes on to the bridge, which let's give that a listen, and then we'll check out what's going on with that. So starting off on an F, another kind of a big twist of a chord. I like how each section, the first chord kind of like feels like it's, you know, pulling you in a real different direction musically here, in a different key. So it's going F right here. You know, kind of simpler parts here, not doing as much. Down 1 fret for E. Here's our B. C sharp minor. So that same thing of 2 beats, A, E. And you know, when you start to learn these triads well and getting from one to the next, you start to see how smooth that is. That's the beauty of Bob's playing, is he's not just going like, that's like, okay, that sounds good, but it's really a little more jarring compared to the other way. It's like really boxy, going from one place to the next. You hear that in the bass, whereas here, you just hear. That's in the bottom. They're nice and smooth, you know, real close triads, good voice leading stuff. So it does that 2 times, and then the next time it comes up to a D, and it does this shape right here, and then does that same thing from earlier in the chorus, the B and the A. And then the A, that same sus thing right there. And then we're back to the verse. And then you don't have to do that every time. You can do a little pentatonic thing, you know, make up your own stuff, but you know, try that stuff out. You know, try messing around with it and getting it your own way and mixing and matching. But I've got the practice backing track over here. If you want to try it with all the tabs right there, you can pause it, try out things, and then try, you know, hit and play and trying it out yourself. So have fun with that, and I will see you in the next video.